Like I've been gone such a long time. I gotta tell you, I had a great time from beginning to end. From the time my vacation started, like literally up to yesterday, we just been having fun and just doing little things. So it's been an awesome vacation. It's been relaxing. The weather's real funky down here in San Diego, but for the most part, I feel rested, ready to go back to work and take on whatever BS that I got waiting for me when I get there. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. And if you're new to a Crystal Addiction, my name is Crystal. What's up? This is me talking about me and my past and how grateful I am to be where I'm at today in the present. So anyway, hello, and that is what my YouTube is about. There's only a few of you guys, and I appreciate the few of you guys. Sorry, I feel like I've been gone a long ass time, y'all. I feel like I've been gone a long ass time, but I'm back. So let's continue on with the story because it is the weekend and I'm still on vacation, and I barely wanted to do this video. Like, I am so still in vacation mode and just being relaxed. Like, seriously, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything. I just want to chill and just kind of hang out and not do anything technical. But because I love y'all, you know who I'm talking about. Because I love y'all, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm feeling like hood today. I'm gonna make this happen for y'all because I love y'all. I know Robin's like, if you don't load a video soon, you're gonna lose me. Hi Ree, hi everybody. I hope everybody is gonna have a safe and wonderful Memorial Day. Don't know what I'm gonna do, don't have any plans. But anyway, let's get into this video and get into the story so I can go put on some pajamas and start watching Netflix. We know where we left off. Got this new apartment, got my car, got that thing situated with that car dealer people. So in a whole new place, and military man is back from the military. But what I forgot to put off in that story was that when I was looking for this apartment, now before I even go on, I don't like to bring up other males in my story that much and like spend a whole lot of time on the story because I am married. I am a wife, and I don't want to entertain the stories behind past relationships because that's disrespectful to my husband, first of all. And they weren't really relationships. They were, yeah. So, but what I have to tell you, because this person is going to become someone you may hear about as we go on. And you know what, really, y'all, we almost at the end. I probably got maybe a good 5-6 more videos before this is over, maybe a little bit more, but we're getting there. I think we're either in 95 or 9. Hair's getting my way. We're in there 95 or 96 right now. But anyway, when I moved into this new apartment, there was some roofing being done, and there was a guy that was doing the roof that I saw him watching me when I would go in and out. So I was very bold back then. So I end up pursuing this person, and we end up having, I don't even call anything I would do back then, although they were affairs. Like in today's real world that I'm living in, they were affairs, and I was just a cheating ass, no good Negro. That's what I was. And of course, another relationship that my husband, the military man, did know about at that time, once I phased people into his life. So anyway, I'm just putting that out there because this person's gonna come up, and I'm gonna name him, we're gonna name him Roofer because he had his own roofing business. So we're gonna name him the Roofer. So anyway, and the roofer, of course, was a white guy. I don't even know if that really matters. And I think I say that because for a long time, I didn't deal with black men because of the donor. So that's why I like to say that, because the military man was a black man. But not the black man that I was used to dealing with. He was a real man, back then I would call this person military man. So let me clean up some shit before I get into the story, because I feel like the military man, he was a big part of my life and a big part of me being somewhat safe and stable. And back then, when you're young and stupid and dumb, I would say shit like he weak, I can do whatever I want. He wasn't weak. He was raised right, and he came from a good home, and women should not call a man that treats her with respect weak, because he ain't whooping her ass, cursing at her. Because at the end of the day, you've been hearing my story. Like, I should have been on an episode of Snap. I should have been the chick under the porch, because I did a whole lot, in front of this man and to the military person. So I just say that to say, I am in no way glorifying any of the shit I did, because that man did not deserve what I gave him. And I, at the end of the day, hindsight looking back, I hope he's getting many blessings. And because if it hadn't been for him, I probably would have been homeless. I probably would have been a whole lot of things. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there, that I'm not trying to glorify anything, because I think that's important to know as I'm telling the story, because in no way, and I feel bad that I was that type of person who could be so heartless and just so cold and just not give. Like, I did not give two F's. I did not care. But anyway, something just happened to my computer. Okay, so anyway, I had my visit with my kid, okay? My kids. So me and the military man, we go over to the donor's father's house, because that's where my kids were staying at the time. In case those of you that may be new, I don't think I have anybody new, because I don't do shit. I don't post every day. But anyway, that's besides the point. So we go over to the house, get out the car, and as we're walking up, I'm hearing loud voices. A loud voice, not voices, a loud voice. And this loud voice, you know how you're about to knock on something and you stop because you want to listen and hear, like, what's going on? What's going on? Because you don't know if it's just someone talking loud, screaming for a kid to come out. But no, before I can knock on the door, all I hear is, "You nasty motherfuckers." He's saying this shit to my kids, calling them nasty motherfuckers and cursing them out. As soon as I heard this shit, I started bamming on the door. I'm bamming on the door. I'm kicking the door. And the military man is like, "Crystal, you need to stop. You need to stop. You're going to go to jail." He literally had to pick me up and drag me off that porch and throw my ass in the car. My friend Alec was sitting in the car, so he's trying to calm me down. Like, it was a hot mess. I did not want to leave. I was willing to go to jail or do whatever I needed to do that day, but I wanted to get into that house, because it got to the point where if I was kicking the door and then I tried to hit the window, it's like, if you want to piss me off, mess with my kids. If you want to piss me off back then, like I tell you, and I'm still sensitive in certain situations when it comes to my kids. So yeah, that's a lot. And I think that any parent, if they were walking to another adult's house and their kids are in there and they're hearing someone talking to their kids like that, it would have been a problem. I didn't talk to my kids like that. I did not curse at my kids. I did not talk to my kids like that. I just did not do shit like that. So to walk up and hear that shit, I was pissed. So of course it's the weekend, but because I had my lawyer's name, and I'm gonna just say her name, she's freaking lawyer, it didn't matter. Her name was Edleen McKenzie. That was my lawyer. I would still remember her name as Edleen McKenzie. Beautiful blonde. She looked like she could have been a model. So I called her, told her what happened. She said she would get in contact with the people on the social worker on that case and have somebody go out there. So this is what they did. Yeah, they sent somebody out there, but like always, they call and say, "Hey, we're coming for a visit." So then when everything comes down, when I go back to the court dates, everything checked out. The kids were fine. The kids, seem like they're in a stable environment, and they give you all this fucking bullshit. Sorry, I be trying not to curse, but when I get to certain things, that's what I do. So it's like, here we go again. So now we back into this freaking circle of shit again, where I can't have unsupervised visits anymore. So now that's taken away from me yet again. I don't even know if I even would have been able to control my temper. Those of you that are watching me, it's like, what do you think, man? Like, I couldn't win. I needed someone stronger than I don't know, man. That was just rough. I just couldn't handle that shit. And I just really had a lot of hate and just wanted to kill. It sucks to just harbor so much hate in your heart because you can't get to a person. That is the worst thing, because it's just there. So anyway, lost my visits again. So now I'm back to seeing my kids at this freaking dumb ass place in Linda Vista where we do the meet and drop the kids off. Now we're back to this shit again. So I'm like, shit. So I gotta tell you guys, at this point I still wasn't on heroin, and that made the military man happy, that when he came back I wasn't strung out on heroin. He didn't mind me doing a little coke here and a little crystal here and smoke. It's not like he didn't mind and he couldn't do shit, but I'm just saying, to him that was better than shooting needles in my arm. So at this point I was still able to not go back to the needle at this point. So I'm still doing these back to visiting at this place. So this one day in particular, I was seeing my therapist, but I hadn't it was a minute before, I don't know, it was like maybe a month before I saw my psychiatrist. And within that month, I was not on any of my medication. And I can tell you right now, and because I work in the field, it's very dangerous to just think you could just stop taking some shit, okay? You just can't stop. Like, if you're taking, I didn't know Klonopin was like a narcotic. Like, I was very new into medications, it really wasn't explained to me. I thought it was really just, like, I knew about pills, but I didn't know about this particular pill. Let's just say that. And then I was on Decepamine, a severe depression pill. So I stopped taking these things. So here I am. I'm on my way to go visit my kids in Linda Vista. And I'm driving, you guys. I'm sitting here and I'm driving. And I want to say I have been off my medication for maybe a good 2 weeks. Out of one instant, driving, all of a sudden, I couldn't remember where I was going. I started panicking because I'm looking at the clock and looking at the time, and it's like, I can't be late for my visit. If I'm late for my, I can't be 15 minutes late for my visit. Like, I'm still today the type of person, if I'm going to be somewhere on time, I'm going to be there on time. I don't like being late. So I was never, ever late. So now I'm driving in my car and I'm crying, and I'm having panic attacks. Like I said, I haven't had my medication. So I'm just crying because I literally can't remember how to get to a place that I go to every week. Like, I couldn't remember, and that really scared the shit out of me. So I ended up just driving back home. I can't even remember if I think the military man, I think he called or something. I can't remember what happened, you guys, because it was so long ago, but I do remember that happening. And what I do know is I end up calling my doctor trying to get my prescription filled, and because I hadn't been on it. But the problem was, if you're not on your medication for like a month or something, they just can't give you certain psych meds without you having your follow-up with your psychiatrist, period. And that's kind of how it works still at where I work. It's like, if you ain't seen your doctor for a minute, they just can't just, okay, here's just your pills. It's like, no, what the hell is going on and what you've been up to? So I end up having to go back make an appointment. And luckily, he was able to get me in right away because I was just really going through it. So I was able to get into an appointment like literally the next day, and get my medication. But I remember that day trying to get that medication. I went to the Thrifties in Hillcrest, and oh my God, I remember just being so anxious and being so annoyed with the teller asking me questions. Like, I'm telling you, them psych meds was something else. So anyway, you guys, that was now the third time I've lost my visits with my kids due to this man, the donor's grandfather, being the asshole that he was. You know, and here's the thing, there would be times when I would go visit my kids, and maybe, you know, and I remember in particular my youngest son Keith, and we had this conversation when I went to visit him, and he said that Keith had gotten in trouble and that he was on punishment. Now, I wasn't going to argue with it. I felt like in my mind, well, you could put him back on punishment once he's done visiting with me. I don't get to see him, you know what I'm saying? Is that fucking unfair? I don't think that's unfair. Okay, he's on punishment. When you come back from punishment, go out there with your mom. But what I think would happen, just based on what my son has told me, he had got a whooping so severely from him. He said his grandfather had hit him so bad, was hitting him in the face with the belt buckle, so he had scars and shit on him. He couldn't even go to school. His grandfather made up some BS. And I'm sitting thinking, God, those were probably the days that I would come see them, and he would just say they were on restriction, and he had did some shit and knew I would see those damn marks, and I would have took my kids and drove off with them and called the police. That's what I would have did. If I would have ever seen some shit like that, I would have put my kids in the car, get me for kidnapping, whatever, but I would have called the police. So that's why he would keep their ass from me. And it's just so sad, and I'm just so sorry and so overwhelmed sometimes with guilt. Like I say, especially when I visit my kids at the jailhouse, I just get so overwhelmed sometimes. But you know what? I just thank God that I can be there for them now. Me and my husband both. My husband is my biggest rock. He's been their rock too. If they need anything, he knows they can come to us. So I don't do any of this alone ever. You know, I got my family, certain family members, and definitely my husband. Definitely my husband. Definitely my husband. My husband is he keeps me sane, and he keeps me solid, and he keeps me honest. He keeps me honest, and he keeps me real. So anyway, you guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next weekend. Like I said, enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, and don't be an asshole, and if you are, be the best one you can possibly be. Deuces. Thanks for watching, my faithful few. I will see you guys next week. Enjoy your holiday. Be safe, but have fun. And like I say at the end of every video, don't be an asshole. Peace.